What's up, AfterBuzzers? This is the Voice After Show. We have a really exciting episode. The battles have begun. People are gone home now, and we have some prevalent winners, so stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Wait.
I might have to take a sip to this song.
Yeah, let's champagne.
It's not champagne, but I wish. There's a lot to celebrate. This episode was really good, and last night's episode, we're finally heating up. We had a few blind auditions last night. We have the battles that will be mainly what we're talking about tonight. But before we get into it, I'm Steph Sabraw, and I'm joined by the lovely Sierra.
Yes, I'm Sierra Stafford. Hey guys, it's gonna get juicy today, okay? Just letting you know.
It is. We're missing Felicia. We miss Felicia. We love her, but she will be back next week. Do not worry. We'll be covering what happened last night. So that will be a few of the blind auditions, and then we have a few knockouts from last night, and then tonight we had the major battles. The whole episode was battles, so that was great. And then we'll have our special segment where we say our moment of the night, the best moment for each of us, and then we'll wrap it up with some predictions, some forecasts. But overall, what was your impression of the two episodes?
I'm just excited that we're finally here because I know we were all over just the nick and nack, and so I'm so excited. The competitions have started off pretty heated, really good. Like it's hard, and I know it's hard for the judges. And honestly and truthfully, I'm really excited for Kelly's team. Like so far, I'm just here for Kelly's team, and she's really a good coach. I'm like, okay, Kelly, teach him something, girl.
It is, it is interesting because we all kind of were like, she seems to be doing the most, but she is pulling together a bomb team, so I'm really excited to see it. And I agree, like the blind auditions start out so fun, and then you're like, all right, let's get into it. Like I want these competitions to start, and that's what's happening. And then I love that because we get to know the people way more than just their like 2-minute backstory. And that's what I love the most. So let's hit with the blind auditions from last night. Probably my favorite of the night was Matt Johnson, who we found out first auditioned for the first inaugural season in 2011. And he finally turned a chair Monday night in the final round of the blind audition, 7 years after his first voice audition. And he sang Luther Vandross' Never Too Much. What did you think about this?
Honestly and truthfully, Matt Johnson was my favorite one from the night. I really loved him. I loved his backstory, about his mom having the breast cancer. I can definitely relate to that because my mom, she had breast cancer, so that really touched me. And just to see that moment that he shared with his mom, like I was really crying because I've always just wanted that to be me. So big kudos to him. He can really sing his butt off, and that was big. Like who can sing a Luther Vandross song?
Yeah,
and kill it like that. I was like, dude, go hard or go home.
When
okay?
I heard it when I heard it, I was like, whoa. This is gonna be a test. Like I'm not sure. And luckily he had Jennifer Hudson, so she was the only one that could add someone to her roster, and luckily she was able to add him.
Yes.
So that was really fun. We also had Katrina Kane. She came with Fleetwood Mac's Rhiannon. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce the song, but she really did great.
Yes.
Halfway through the performance, all of the judges pressed their buzzers, and Clarkson and Adam were blocked because their teams were full. In the end, Blake was able to win.
That's crazy.
Did you like Katrina? What was your impression?
So, I really did like Katrina Kane. I felt like her backstory was kind of like, oh, like, wow, like, because she risked her honeymoon to come for this. Like, she said, coming here was my honeymoon. So I was like, oh, sis, I hope you get a chair. Cause,
we know the grind like that.
Yes, like, girl. So, but overall, like, I felt like it was different. You usually have people that play guitar or, like, another type of instrument, but she played piano, and she did it so beautifully. And so I really did like her, and I was glad that Blake came to his realization, was like, okay, I need to get her, okay? So that sealed his team, and I think that was a really good choice.
Yeah, I really liked her. I'm excited to see what she does.
Yes.
We had Emily Hugh. Yeah. She's 16. She had a kind of like this poppy, folky acoustic cover of Joni Mitchell's Big Yellow Taxi. She got 3 chair turns and filled this final spot on Team Adam. Did you like her? We've seen a few folky kind of singers, but she seemed a little bit different, more upbeat.
I feel like So she had a very
Angelic?
There we go. Angelic voice. Like, I was just serenading, like, it was just like a natural flow, like, and her sister was just bawling. I was like,
yeah,
she has like a voice of an angel. Literally, like, that's what I kept saying. Like, she has the voice of an angel. It was just so mellow and just so like, oh, just keep singing, girl.
When I first saw her outfit come out, it kind of did. I'm gonna be honest, reminded me of the kid who does the yodeling in the grocery stores. Yeah. That little. I was like, oh God, what's happening?
That's so funny you said that because Blake does the dance. I don't know.
The swish swish dance. I'm not sure.
Literally. And it made me think of the yodeling kid. So that's when you said that.
Yeah, she was great. I'm excited to see. I'm excited for all the young talent, which we've been seeing a lot of this season. And then we had Josh Davis. He did a really soulful cover of Sam Smith's Too Good at Goodbyes. And he had to choose between Hudson and Clarkson as his coach, and he ended up choosing Team Kelly.
Team Kelly.
Was this a surprise for you, or?
Yes and no. But I feel like Kelly always just knows what to say. Like, she called this. We know Kelly's always saying some creepy, crazy stuff. But she was like, "Your runs, that's sexy," and I'm like, "Oh gosh, he's sold already." So I don't know. Like, I just feel like Kelly just knows what to say. Like, but overall though, like, I did really like him. At first, I was like, I wasn't too sure. But overall, I think he's a cool dude. He's a cool dude.
I feel like he's very NSYNC-y to me.
Okay,
yeah,
I
like a boy band.
And he wasn't a boy band, so I definitely can see. Yeah, he definitely has that vibe to him.
Yeah.
He was cute. He was cute.
So that wraps up the final spots, which is really exciting. Mm-hmm. And before we get into the battle, Sierra has a little announcement for us.
Yes. So, hey, AfterBuzzers, our network produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There's no network that works harder to serve television fans, but we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel, and check out our AfterBuzz YouTube channel as well. Let us know you did so in the comments, and we'll thank you on air. For now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
Yes, thank you guys. We love those comments, so keep them rolling.
We like to read. We nosy, so.
Okay, the battles. My favorite, but also the most stressful, because I definitely felt like Jennifer Hudson, how she was kind of indifferent about everyone. What? I feel that. They're so good.
It was really hard. Like, what did Kelly was like, I need some food, because, like, I have anxiety, and I was like, I don't know how y'all gonna pick. Like, I couldn't be a judge. I couldn't, because I would feel so sad. Yeah. But I love that they have the still option, because a lot of people were saved, so.
Yeah, cool. And for those of you who maybe aren't so familiar with the rules, during the battlegrounds, each coach will choose 2 artists from their team to perform together. After they face off, the coach will choose the winning singer, who will get to move on to the next round of the competition. The other 3 coaches then have the chance to steal the losing act, but if the singer isn't chosen, he or she will be sent home. But we did see some steals, so let's talk about those. So this is one of them. Cody Ray and Sandy Red. They were from Team Kelly, and they performed a duet of Cry to Me by Solomon Burke, and after their performance, both received rave reviews from the coaches. Did you love this performance as much as I did?
Yes, it was like it's the best one of the night. But it was hard. Like, I felt for Kelly. Like, I wanted to cry with her, because I was like, sis, I don't know what you're finna do.
Yeah.
Like, they're both so good in their own ways, and it's like, how do you say no to either one of them?
Exactly.
So, but I was surprised.
Yeah, so a lot of the reviews have been saying they were surprised by her choice, because she kept Cody Ray, and then over, like, a huge fan favorite, Sandy Red. Sandy Red, if you guys remember, during her blind audition, blew people away. Like, a complete powerhouse, has the look, has the aura, everything. So I was shook.
She's yeah. So I was surprised too, but luckily, like we said, that's what the steals came in for.
Yeah.
And so she finally came to her senses and went with her Chicagoan Jennifer Hudson. So it all worked out, I feel.
Which is kind of what we thought should have happened originally. Yes. We were all really surprised that she didn't originally pick Jennifer. So I'm glad, and I
Yeah.
feel like that's a huge win for Jennifer.
Exactly, and Jennifer really wanted her. Remember, that's the block that I was mad about. So I'm happy. Y'all know I'm lit. So no shade to Kelly, but yeah, I'm really glad she's on this show because Sandy Red is not nobody to be missed. Okay.
No, I want Sandy. She's one of those people that I'm like, I want you to succeed.
Yes.
Because not only are you just phenomenal, but your story is so inspiring.
Yes.
The way you've raised your children and like they love you and support you so much. I just love it.
She already seems like a pro. Like, you know, like I feel like she's done this before. Like I feel like she should have a chair.
Right?
Like that's how good she is.
Yeah, I totally am with that.
So yes, kudos to
So then we have Michael Lee versus Joey Green, and they were competing for a spot on Team Blake. The pair performed a bluesy rendition of Bonnie Raitt's Thing Called Love, and Lee prevailed during this one, and the coaches could have chosen to steal Green, but he didn't. So he was one of the ones who went home, unfortunately, last night. Do you think that he should have been stolen, and do you think Michael Lee deserved to win that battle?
Well, I don't say anyone deserves to be stolen, or doesn't deserve to be stolen. But I feel like with that one, I was kind of like,
You could understand.
yeah, it wasn't like oh wow, like I was just bummed about it. Like it wasn't like that for me. So for that, I didn't really have much. I was like, okay, cool. Like I can agree with it. How did you feel?
That's how exactly how I
'Cause
felt. I was like,
maybe it's just me.
makes sense. I will say, and I know a lot of people on Twitter were saying this, it was kind of annoying not being able to see the full performances on some of the battles.
Yes.
Because I understand that we're going to be focusing and getting down to a smaller group, but how can we decide if we don't see the full song?
Or they just go straight into like, you know how they show like the practice part? They just go straight into the song.
Halfway through the song.
Or like the end of the song. We don't get to see the whole thing. But I mean, hey, y'all the judge, not us. So hey.
Yeah, whatever. It's your network, not ours. So then for Team Kelly, we had Kimberly Joy versus One Up, which was the only duo pair in the entire competition. And they sang Mercy by Shawn Mendes. And in rehearsals, Kelly called their voices coming together one of the greatest things she's witnessed. Insane. And Rhett, the guest coach, called it perfect. Kimberly ended up winning, but this was a tough call.
Very tough. And we were Stephanie actually talking about it. I was like, this is really not unfair. Like, once you hear the blind audition or the battle, you hear 3 voices. And I'm thinking, Kimberly overshined them. Like, you got it. And she really did. Like, I felt like she was the perfect person to go up against them because, baby, she shined. And I was like, you have to break through because you're going against 2 people right now. Literally.
It's tough because my emotion definitely got in it because this was probably top 2 for me in terms of just like sheer competition against each other. I loved both of these individual, like the group and Kimberly, so much during the blind auditions. I really was kind of pissed to see them go against each other because I'm like, I don't want this to happen.
Exactly.
But it's true. One Up was so great. I love their story. I love what they stand for. I think that they can be a huge, impactful group in the music industry, and I really hope to see them further their career. I was surprised no one picked them up, but Kimberly Joy is a talent. She's a force.
And I think that's why, like, that's why she kept her, because she was like, I know I can work with her. I need something like that on my team. So definitely a good choice. So yeah. You stuck in there, girl.
I agree. I'm excited to see her.
Exactly.
And then Team Adams, Anthony Aria against Steve Memelo. They performed Amy by Pure Prairie League, and Anthony actually sang this in 8th grade talent contest. But Steve seemed to be the more polished vocalist, they were saying, and he ended up winning. But then Anthony, a 15-year-old, I guess surprised everyone, and he was picked up by J-Hud.
At the very last second. Like, but, okay, that surprised us, yes, I know, but he really did sound good. I was like, we were more surprised that she didn't pick up One Up over him.
Yes.
But I still like him. You know? So, but, I mean, Ben Affleck, I mean, he's cute to still look at. So, but yeah, I'm glad that Jennifer hasn't, like, picked him up. That caught us off guard, okay? I'm just saying that.
Totally. I think, Jennifer, if you were watching kind of the judges, she's the most in her notes, which makes me think she's, like, football coaching this, like, very strategic. Like, she's going for the kill, like, the silent kill. And we see that later, which is one that we will definitely talk about. So yeah, so that was a win-win. Both of them won in the end, and I'm excited to see what Anthony does on Team J-HUD because I think he'll be a good little mix in there.
Definitely. He has a beautiful voice, so I'm excited for him.
Then Team Adam, we had Jared Matthew and Tyke James. This one was one of the performances was really edited down, so we didn't get to see much of the performance, but they sang She's Always a Woman by Billy Joel. And it was Tyke who came out on top, and Jared was sent home with no save. So,
from the little snippet we did see. I mean, I like Tyke James, the cute one.
We'll take Tyke.
Look, yeah, we'll take you. Okay. But yeah, I really like him. So, but like I said, I feel like what we did see, it was like one of those, just like the last one, kind of like even balance, like it could go either way. But I really do like Tyke, so I wasn't too upset about it.
Yeah, it's interesting because you see kind of how the coaches are putting people up against each other, and a lot of times, like in this case, they are similar.
Very similar.
But it makes it even harder to judge because you're like, both of you are good and you have the same kind of range.
Exactly, or like when they're singing, like sometimes they sound like they're meshing together. You can't tell a difference, and I'm thinking, okay, y'all paired them up too well because now we don't know until they hit them, notes, and it's like, okay, well, she can go higher than her. Okay, cool, let's go with her. Like I feel like that's sometimes how it just goes. Like, okay, cool.
And then Team Blake, we have Chris Crozy and Mercedes Ferreira Diaz. And they battled with the song Back in the High Life Again, very long song name, by Steve Winwood. And this was interesting. It was one of those ones while they were with the guest judge, which was, I forget his name. How do I forget his name? He did American Idol, which is what made me think he would, because I was like, he's a great guest judge.
Urban?
Yes.
Keith Urban.
Yes. Thank you. I don't know how I forgot that.
Way.
He was a really great judge, and he was giving really good advice and input in both of them. That Chris was kind of like this hidden gem, and Mercedes just has the range and I feel like personality. And I loved Mercedes. I love her style. Yeah, and
I was really sad.
Chris won, and Mercedes didn't get saved.
And I think I just really felt for her because she was one of the ones that came back. So coming back meant a lot to her. So I was like, you made it thus far, but I was really sad for her.
Yeah.
So I'll miss you, Mercedes.
I know. I get really sad, but I'm like, you know what? This is such an unbelievable platform.
Like we feel like we built a relationship with them. Like, no, she can't go.
I'm like, what? You didn't okay this with me. So I'm sad, but Chris is great. He is. And he is older, and she even said, like, he does have a lot more experience than me. And I do feel for seniority. I'm a type of person that respects seniority. I respect the experience and the years people put into it. So hopefully, with more time, she'll keep getting better because she obviously already did from the last time she tried out.
And we never know. She might come back again,
Hey.
We have people been trying since season 1, so it's possible.
Then we have Katrina Kane and Rachel Messer. Katrina Kane is described as an electro pop artist, and Rachel is the yodeler. And they sang Sarah McLachlan's Angel, which is like, literally, if you're a 90s kid, this song did not leave your TV ever. With the saddest. So when they picked that, I'm like, yes, it's a great song. Like,
but can you kill it?
But literally,
but can you kill it? It's a great song, but I feel like it's still a challenging song.
Very challenging. It did seem like Katrina's voice was really, really killing it during the performance, and Rachel is amazing, but it was a little bit more understated. It was one of those pairings where it didn't work in her favor, and Katrina came out victorious.
Yeah, I feel like I said at first, it was one of those that they both sound so much alike. So in the beginning, it was like, okay, who is who? Like, how do I separate the voices? Because they both have those soft, angelic voices, or like just the, the calm voices. So that was tough, but I knew that Katrina was gonna come out at the top. So yeah, it wasn't hard to figure it out, but yeah.
And quick note, you guys, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit that like button and leave us a comment after this video is over so we can keep the conversation going. And if you're listening on iTunes, hey, give us those 5 stars and also leave us a comment so that we can talk to you and keep the conversation going. Moving forward, we have Team Jennifer's Mike Parker and Natasha Greycloud singing Gravity by John Mayer. And this was the finale.
Yes.
And you could really feel it because Jennifer was really drawn, like the rest of us, to the soul like that they brought to the song. And Halsey was their coach. And she said Natasha doesn't know her own potential, but that being said, that she couldn't keep her eyes off Mike. And that's literally how, I don't know if she incepted that thought in my head, but when I was watching, I was like, she's right. That's exactly how I feel. And I'm curious, before we talk about whose team they were on, who would you have picked?
You know, we talked about this, and you're like Team Mike, and I was Team Natasha because, I mean, I love Mike. I really do, but I feel like they're looking for, like, the strongest of the strongest. But I see now they're looking for who came and, like, really improved, who impressed us. So I understand now why they chose Mike, but I really was like, ooh, Natasha was, like, a beast. Mm-hmm. So, I mean...
So so Jennifer ended up picking Mike, but it was a win-win because Kelly could not let that voice go away, and she picked up Natasha. And it was just, like, really great to see both of them were so deserving, and I feel like elevated from their blind auditions, especially Mike.
And he was so happy for her. He was like, yes, Natasha. I was like, that's so beautiful. And you pointed that out. Like, I was like, that is beautiful. Like, he's so genuine. Like, he really wants this. And I'm like, okay, I'm glad he's still here because he has a lot of improvement to do. So.
And Jennifer says that it was due to strategy, which, yet again, she was looking down at her notes. So there must be reasons behind that. It's hard to remember all the people on each of their teams, but I'm sure when you're the coach, you know your lineup. Mm-hmm. So that wraps it up for those 2 nights of auditions. Do you have any other thoughts on the blind auditions and the knockouts?
Honestly, I just know it's going to keep getting more intense from this. I'm so glad a lot of people were stolen tonight. I have to say that because I was really sad about a lot of people that didn't make the cut. But I'm glad we still get to see them. So I'm just ready for the comeback stage. And for that battle. Yeah, that battle's coming up too. So.
And you have a little information for us on the comeback stage.
Yeah, so they didn't air the comeback battle tonight, but they did introduce us to it. So we will have Ayana and Madison going head to head. And Madison was the daughter of her dad's in Germany.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and then Ayana was the girl that had the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to go head to head for the first comeback stage. So, yeah, stay on the lookout for that. So I'm ready for that.
On the streaming network. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get into our special segment where we will be giving you our moment of the night. And there were many, but one prevailed for each of us. Sierra.
For me, honestly, like I said earlier, it was really the Matt Johnson story. I just related with that so much. I thought it was so beautiful. I was in my room tearing up. So, and then when they brought his mom out on the stage, and then the confetti came down. For one, nobody has got confetti yet. Like, you get that once you win, I think, at the end. So that moment was like, I know they were so proud. Like, I just feel like I was there. Like, I was living that moment because I can relate to it. So that meant a lot to me.
Yeah, and I love that. That's like the power of the show and music, especially to bring out these stories where you're like, I relate to that. It's amazing. And it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So that's awesome because we all should be paying attention. Everyone is affected in some way or another.
Yes.
For me, I do have to go with Mike Parker for many reasons. First of all, his performance and improvement from last week is amazing. But what stood out the most for me is his genuine support. And that is so rare, and it's something that I live by fully, is fully supporting people because someone else's success will not affect your success negatively ever. And he really
learn from them.
Yes, and he showed that even from the beginning when he saw the video of Natasha's blind audition. He was like, she got pipes. Like, he was so into it, and I was like, it takes a lot for someone to take away their ego and really give someone credit because she can sing. And then look where it got him. It got him to focus on himself and improve. Exactly. So I just loved watching him. And even his blind audition, how much he cheered when he got
Yes.
picked. Like, I love him.
Yeah, he's just a jolly person. Like I feel like he's a beautiful person to be around.
Yeah.
Like he has that positive, radiant, glowing energy around him. So yeah, I do like him as well. That's a good point out. That's a good point out.
Okay, let's get into some predictions.
Girl.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Predictions for this stage of the season is so hard. So if you don't have a set prediction, tell us who you think's team is really winning right now.
Wow, you're reading my mind. Because I was like, girl, listen. Honestly, Kelly team, I'm sorry, it's on fire. So I'm really predicting for her. And like I said, like, I don't know if they don't show us this, but like when I was watching the coaches, I was comparing how they were coaching their artists, and I just felt like Kelly was the one that was really like pulling that greatness out of them, like saying, no, switch this, do that. And I was like, wow, like the people that I was like, why are they on Kelly team? I'm now like, wow, like Kelly's really like this shit. Like,
Yeah.
So, so I'm just really thinking Kelly seems the powerhouse team right now. I got to give it to her. Got to give credit where it's due.
I agree with you on a lot of that Kelly is like pulling through in a way that I didn't really see coming. Obviously, they're all some of the greats, but
Definitely.
it's so important, and you see the importance of those around you. And if you have a coach, that means so. You forget because their voices are all so good, but everyone has a huge amount of growth.
Definitely.
And if you have a coach that can pull you along and tell you like what you should be hitting, what you should be reaching, and different techniques, like that's crazy. That's a difference maker. But I do have to go with Jennifer right now because the strategy
You're stuck on the strategy.
is drawing me in, Jennifer. I see what you're doing and I like it.
Hey, hey, that's good because she can sneak up and win this. And like she stole some good people too. So hey, she took some Kelly people, so hey, it can go tit for tat. Look, literally though, it can go tit for tat at this point. So.
Yeah. For you, those of you listening, please let us know who you think's team is winning right now, or who you think has the best squad. Because I'd love to see that. Because I can't really decide, but I'm going with Jennifer right now.
And I'm gonna stick with Kelly for now.
That's it for tonight, you guys. But we will see you next Thursday at 10 p.m. Yes.
Hey, it's okay.
At 9 p.m. But until then, where can we find you?
So you can find me at Twitter and Instagram at Brinae _ on the Twitter.
I'm Steph Sabraw. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Steph Sabraw. And
Yes.
remember, Felicia will be back. But we will see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, bye guys.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.